The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. Your life is what your thoughts make it. Learn addedly. Question it repeatedly. Analyze it carefully. Then put what you have learned into practice intelligently. You are what you think. The man who asks the question is a fool for a minute. A man who does not ask is a fool for life. Looking at small advantages prevents great affairs from being accomplished. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. All people are the same, only their habits differ. Be not ashamed of mistakes, and thus make them crimes. Be strict with yourself, but least reproachful of others, and complaint is kept afar. They must often change who would. Mean constant in happiness and wisdom. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. To be wrong is nothing unless you continue to. Remember it. I hear and I forget. I see and I do and I understand. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. What you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. But it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached. Don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. The essence of knowledge is having it to use it. One joy dispels 100 cares. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The journey with 1,000 miles begins with one step. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find some time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Think of tomorrow. The past cannot be mended. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Those who know the truth are not equal to those who love it. Study the past if you would define the future. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his action. Learn as if you are not reaching your goal, and as though you are scared of missing it. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. Those who cannot forgive others break the bridge over which they themselves must pass. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. I slept and dreamt life, his beauty. I awoke and found life, his duty. Virtuous people often revenge themselves for the constraints to which they submit by the boredom which they inspire. He who acts with a constant view of his own advantage will be much murmured against. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage or of principle. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. Worry not that no one knows you seek to be worth knowing. When you see a good person, think of becoming like him or her. Anyone can find the switch after the lights are on. When you had faults, do not fear to abandon them. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. If you look into your own heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. The superior man does not, even for the space of a single meal, act contrary to virtue in moments of haste. He cleaves to it. In seasons of danger, he cleaves to it. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Act with kindness, but do not expect gratitude. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. The superior man makes the difficulty to be overcome his first interest. Success only comes later. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The object of the superior man is truth. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach a full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Go before the people with your example and be laborious in their affairs.